Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Bold and the Beautiful recap is finally in for Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. In today's episode, Will Spencer Crumaro rejects Luna Nozawa Lisa Yamada, Bill Spencer, Don Diamont, assures a panicked Katie Login, Heather, Tom, Penelope Poppy Nozawa Romy Park, meets with Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, at the beach house. Will's mouth drops open when he sees Luna. The girl risked everything just to see him. How did you even know where I was? The young man asks. The fugitive explains she saw his social media post. The killer won't lose Will to Electra Forrester Linnea Grace. The girl begs and just wants a real chance at love. The intern can learn to love her, Luna says. Will disagrees and wants to call the cops. Luna tries to stop him. The young man says he will never abandon their child, but she's going to prison. Over at Forrester Creations, Electra helps Ivy Forrester Ashley Brewer. While they work, Ivy asks how things are going with Will. Electra says that Will is the only one for her. The young lady believes she and Will can have a long and happy future together. At the Cliff House, Steffi Forrester Finnegan Jacqueline McInnes would questions John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novelin. The brunette has a question about Luna. Finn says she is long gone and doesn't want to talk about her. Steffi wonders if Finn ever thinks about what could have been, only if he were able to raise Luna from the time she was born. The doctor is grateful that the girl is in prison. Finn says he doesn't think he will ever have empathy for Luna. Steffi still has nightmares. Even if she does get over those nightmares, it won't make her hate Luna any less. Katie is on her phone. Bill loves how protective she is with their son. Inside it feels different, she says. Bill reminds her that Luna is behind bars. This is their first grandchild. They should be happy, but the mother isn't someone Will loves. Will this baby be a reminder of Luna? Katie wonders. Bill is determined to make sure Luna rots in prison for the rest of her life. At Il Giardino, Lee shows up. Deacon Sharp Sean Kanan gets her seated. Lee is meeting Poppy and wants to get it over with. Deacon asks if she wants a drink, but she figures Poppy is already high. Poppy orders iced tea. Then Lee rants about Luna. The doctor asks her sister if she's seen Luna lately. The lady denies it. Poppy then says that Luna is dead to her. Deacon thinks that's really cold-hearted, but Poppy says he hates Luna too. Yeah, but Deacon isn't her parent. Poppy. Deacon doesn't think that Luna regrets committing murder and taking advantage of Will. Lee agrees. Luna just plays games with everyone and everything. Deacon wants Luna to rot in prison and won't settle for anything less. The Forrester mansion was brimming with tension from the very first scene of the day. It seemed as though every character had secrets, suspicions, or schemes bubbling just beneath the surface. And today, those simmering conflicts finally came to a head. The episode was a whirlwind of raw emotions, shocking revelations, and shocking returns, starting with Luna Nozawa's crushing rejection. The day began with Luna nervously awaiting a call from the one person she hoped would understand her intentions, none other than Dr. Finn. Her earlier bravery, trying to make amends and prove her worth, was about to meet the cold reality of Ridge Forrester's intervention. Luna, dressed in a pale blue blouse that seemed almost too soft for the storm she was about to face, waited in the quiet of her apartment, rehearsing every word she would say. She had convinced herself she could handle Finn's honesty, but Ridge's influence had cast a shadow over her confidence. The call came. Ridge's voice was calm, almost chilling in its composure. Luna, Finn isn't ready to, and that was it. Luna's heart sank. The rejection was not about her skills, her charm, or even her intentions. It was purely timing and circumstance. Ridge's subtle manipulation and protective instincts toward Finn had driven a wedge she couldn't cross.
Sheila Carter's shadow loomed in the back of her mind as Luna processed this, remembering past lessons from the cunning matriarch. Rejection isn't the end, Sheila had said once, her tone both menacing and oddly inspiring. And Luna, despite the sting, knew she would have to play her next move carefully. By the time she hung up, the camera lingered on Luna's face, eyes glistening but not defeated. This was a woman on the edge, vulnerable yet determined. It was clear, Luna's story was far from over. Meanwhile, chaos erupted at the Logan home. Katie Logan had spent the morning blissfully unaware of the storm brewing around her, until news arrived that made her world feel like it was collapsing. Bill Spencer's latest erratic moves, ranging from secretive phone calls to late-night disappearances, had caught up with him, and now Katie's mind was spiraling with worry. She rushed through the house, finding Brooke and Hope in a heated discussion about upcoming fashion shows and work deadlines. "Do you not see what's happening?" Katie cried, her voice echoing through the halls. "Bill is out there making decisions that could destroy everything we've built, everything." Brooke, ever the voice of reason, tried to calm her sister. "Katie, you need to breathe. We can't control everything he does, but we can be here for each other." But Katie wasn't listening. Her panic was palpable, her every movement frantic. She picked up her phone repeatedly, only to drop it mid-call, her anxiety mounting. The camera followed her jittery pace as she scrolled through texts, emails, and missed calls, the tension ratcheting up with every frame. It was during one of these frenzied moments that Poppy returned, a surprise no one, least of all Katie, was prepared for. Poppy, the charming and unpredictable force of nature, made her dramatic entrance into the Logan living room, suitcase in hand. Her return was unexpected, and her timing was impeccable, or catastrophic, depending on who you asked. Katie froze, a mixture of relief and terror crossing her face. "Poppy? What are you doing here?" Poppy's eyes twinkled mischievously. "Came to stir things up a bit, of course," she replied with a smirk. "But more importantly, I'm here to help." Katie's relief was short-lived. Poppy's history of bending the rules and creating chaos meant that her presence was a double-edged sword. While she offered assistance and a friendly ear, she also had the uncanny ability to unearth secrets no one wanted revealed. Poppy's first act? She immediately assessed Katie's panic-stricken state and deduced that Bill's actions were at the root. With a quick flick of her hair and a pointed glance, Poppy began orchestrating her intervention. "We're going to get to the bottom of this, Katie. But you need to trust me, and trust yourself." Meanwhile, the corporate side of Forrester Creations was not immune to the chaos. Finn was juggling the fallout of Luna's rejection, Ridge's protective advice, and his own conflicting emotions. His office, usually a sanctuary of order, felt suffocating. The camera panned across the room, capturing his tense posture, clenched jaw, and the unresolved questions that swirled around him. Steffi entered the office, sensing the tension immediately. "Finn, what's wrong?" she asked, concern lacing her voice. Finn's response was measured but strained. "It's Luna. She's taking things very hard, and I don't know how to help her." Steffi's brow furrowed. She knew Luna's feelings for Finn weren't just fleeting infatuation, they were deep, passionate, and complicated. "You need to be honest with her," Steffi advised gently. "She deserves that much, even if it hurts." Finn nodded, knowing that honesty was the only path forward, but also realizing that the conversation would likely lead to more pain. The tension in the room mirrored the larger turmoil engulfing the Forrester family. Katie and Poppy retreated to a quieter corner of the Logan estate, where Poppy began piecing together a plan. She wasn't just here to observe, she intended to act. Her knowledge of Forrester and Spencer dynamics made her a wild card, and her every word carried weight. "First things first," Poppy began, her tone decisive, "we need to understand exactly what Bill's planning. Then, we decide how to stop it, or at least contain the damage." Katie nodded, her panic slowly morphing into determination. Poppy had a way of instilling confidence in others, even when the world felt like it was collapsing. Together, they plotted a course of action, blending Katie's emotional insight with Poppy's strategic cunning. Meanwhile, the tension in Los Angeles continued to build. Luna, still reeling from her rejection, contemplated her next move. She knew that to survive, and to perhaps claim a place in Finn's world, she would have to play her cards carefully. The audience could sense her internal struggle, a delicate balance of vulnerability and resilience. The episode took a dramatic turn when an unexpected ally stepped into Luna's orbit. Sheila Carter, ever the master of timing and manipulation, appeared to offer guidance. "You're stronger than you think, Luna," Sheila whispered, her voice dripping with intrigue. "And if you play your cards right, you might just turn this rejection into your greatest opportunity." The conversation was tense, charged with unspoken motives and shadowed intentions. Luna's eyes reflected a mixture of fear, hope, and curiosity. Could she really trust Sheila? Or was this merely another twist in a web of deception? The scene cut to black as Luna contemplated Sheila's words, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. Back at Spencer Publications, Bill Spencer's machinations were causing ripples that threatened to destabilize both the Spencer and Logan empires. His phone calls, whispered meetings, and elusive demeanor had everyone speculating about his next move. Katie's anxiety was justified. Bill's actions were unpredictable and, at times, dangerous. Poppy, sensing the gravity of the situation, began drafting a counterplan. She suggested covert surveillance, careful inquiries, and strategic interventions that could neutralize potential disasters. Katie, though nervous, felt empowered for the first time in days. Poppy's presence had turned her panic into action. The camera lingered on Katie's face as she whispered a vow to herself, "I will protect my family. No matter what." The final scenes of the episode ratcheted up the tension to almost unbearable levels. Luna, still grappling with heartbreak and rejection, decided to make a bold, calculated move that could alter the trajectory of her story. Meanwhile, Katie and Poppy, united in purpose, prepared to confront Bill and uncover the truth behind his secretive actions. The episode ended on multiple cliffhangers. Luna, poised on the brink of a dangerous decision, staring out at the city skyline. Katie, heart pounding, dialing a number that could change everything. Poppy, suitcase in hand, ready to shake up the Forrester and Spencer worlds once more. Each frame was charged with emotion, tension, and anticipation. The day's events had set the stage for explosive confrontations, shocking revelations, and perhaps even unexpected alliances. Tuesday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful was a masterclass in drama, tension, and character development. Luna's rejection highlighted the vulnerabilities of a woman trying to find her place in a world dominated by power players. Katie's panic reminded viewers that even the strongest matriarchs can crumble under uncertainty. And Poppy's return? Well, that guaranteed that no one in Los Angeles would have a moment of peace for the foreseeable future. The interweaving storylines, from Luna's heartbreak to Bill's mysterious maneuvers, ensured that every character was pushed to the edge, emotionally, strategically, and morally. The episode was a roller coaster of suspense and intrigue, setting the stage for what promises to be an unforgettable week of drama, betrayal, and unexpected alliances. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our Bold and Amp Beautiful Update YouTube channel for more update news.